plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
No, it's so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Now Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a gain of 9 yards. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Now Jameis on second down. Right side caught by Jackson. And down inside the 15 he goes. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They run. This is Lewis. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Winston. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Freeman again, a first down carry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Play fake. Kaiser. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. run the option right here on first down. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. So a collective holding a breath here as the starter heads for the sideline. Now Kaepernick, his first toss off the bench. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Quan Alexander in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Here we go! Ohio!
First throw now for the backup Kaepernick. Being chased out left. And Tate's got it. He got 29 yards that time. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this.
Here we go!
Nelson, the man in motion right. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Let's go!
Freeman again. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And facing a very tough 3rd and 19 here after both of those running plays went backwards. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he powers his way up past the 30. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They go play action. Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Winston now to throw on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Evans. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now Jameis trying to hurry his crew to the line. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And now they're not going to get the kickoff in time. And that will make this a more difficult prospect. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. He's going to fire one deep. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Throwing, Winston. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On third down, it's Lewis. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run. But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a second down throw for Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Bucs on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Play fake. Winston. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Let's go. Flex round.
On second down, Freeman. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go. Ohio.
They run from the pistol here with Freeman. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the deep.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Winston now after the fumble recovery. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Time running out here on the play clock. On second down, Winston again. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
On third down, Winston. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Second down, Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. is going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. Winston now from the 50. And that'll be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
The Bucs on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Winston. And this is caught by Jackson. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Here's Winston. Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. They'll throw again. Winston. And his pass incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3-and-out.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They go play action here on first down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Chris Baker able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5.
Let's go!
Kaiser now on 2nd down. Dick Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
Not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
They were looking for Marshall that time, and it's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On second down, Kaiser again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Let's go.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And he's able to find Diggs. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Let's go. 38. Flex round.
Kaiser on first down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Even score late in the fourth. Let's see if the defense can play within themselves, not give up the big play and contain, and keep this knotted up. Kaiser rolling to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. On the run, this is Jackson. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty. On play action, Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. On 1st and 10, Winston. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Jackson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Winston to throw. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Bucs on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On the ground, this is Jackson. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And as the 4th quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is good. Elsewhere across the league, 4th quarter action in Los Angeles. And the Seahawks scoring there to extend their lead. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Buccaneers, it's a 4th win on the year as they move to 4-9. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for Arizona, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis.